So I'm going to show you how to use our latex chlorination kit, which will allow you to chlorinate your own latex clothing. The kit includes a bottle of bleach, a bottle of hydrochloric acid, a bag of sodium thiosulfate, a chlorine test strip, and 2 large Ziploc bags. What you will need to provide is 1 liter of water and some heavy-duty rubber gloves. I'm going to open up the large Ziploc bag. I'm going to put the second Ziploc bag inside. This is for safety in case one of them has a hole or comes undone. Going to put the latex inside. And this is a larger cat suit, so I'm actually going to use 2 kits. So the one kit that comes with 1 bottle of each, I'm actually going to double that because I'm doing a larger item, and I'm going to use 2 liters of water. Normally you'd use 1 liter for 1 kit. I'm going to use 2. I'm going to go ahead and put the bottles inside. Put the sodium thiosulfate inside. That's actually a double batch of sodium. I'm going to put my test strip aside for now, and then I'm going to dump the water in. Then I'm going to seal the inner bag. Almost. I'm going to get it all the way to the edge. Then I'm going to kind of push some of the air out. You still want to have air so that you can maneuver things, but you don't want too much because then it'll just be under pressure and you won't be able to grab anything. All right. Same thing with this one. Kind of check the zipper, make sure it's sealed. Then you notice that I'm outside, just in case something goes wrong. I don't have any animals out here because if the chlorine were to escape, it's going to go to a low-lying area, and you don't want to have dogs or cats, things like that, kids. And it's good to do it on a breezy day just in case. But I'm going to go through and open up the larger bottles, which are the bleach, and empty them. And basically to do that, I'm going to grab it with one hand, put some slack in the bag, grab the lid, and then you can hold the lid and then twist it. Okay, I got both of those. Now I'm going to do the hydrochloric acid. And then this is going to start the reaction. You'll see some yellow, and that's chlorine once you open that. And then you need to open the last one, which is right here. And we won't open the sodium thiosulfate yet. That stops the reaction and neutralizes the chlorine. So we do that at the very end. So now we basically just agitate, try to make sure that it touches every surface. One thing that I should mention is before you even do this, the latex needs to be absolutely clean of any kind of lubricants or silicone, because otherwise the chlorine molecules will not bond with anything. You really want to use like a Dawn dishwasher soap to thoroughly clean, and then dry it, and then powder it. Powder's okay to be on it, but just not any kind of a silicone. You should have it to where it sticks to itself. That's when you know it's clean enough. And then powder it. Use the powder so that it doesn't stick to itself, because if it sticks to itself, the chlorine won't get to it and that spot won't get chlorinated. So thoroughly clean and powder, then put in here. This one wasn't powdered because it was chlorinated. The customer just wasn't happy with the company who made it. They didn't really chlorinate it very well. It was very light chlorination. So they sent it in, and if we're just doing like one garment, this bag method works much better because I don't have to wear a gas mask. Otherwise, if I'm doing a big batch of stuff, then I'll pay the money, get the gas mask, and just do it in a bucket. Just depends on how much. You do want to be mindful of that bag of sodium thiosulfate. You don't want to pop that and prematurely stop the reaction before you're ready. You can do this for a few minutes. You know, if it's a big piece, you might want to take your time and do it for a few minutes, just to make sure that every surface gets treated. And actually what I'm going to do on this one, since it's a full enclosure suit that has gloves and feet, I'm going to turn it inside out, and I'm going to do this whole process one more time so that I get it. So these sorts of really large outfits do take a bit more. If you were just doing a pair of like underwear, you could use one kit and just do it once and you'll be done, because it can get into every surface. These suits are just harder because there's less openings, and you're gonna have, if you only do it once, you're gonna have stuff on the inside, or whichever is on the inside, whether it's inside out or right side out. That inside part is not going to get as much exposure. So I feel pretty good about this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this bag of sodium thiosulfate. By the way, this is what the water treatment plants use if they accidentally have too much chlorine and they need to help neutralize the amount of chlorine in tap water. They use sodium thiosulfate. You'll notice when you open this bag, it gets hot. There is a reaction there, and it does generate a little bit of heat as it is reacting with the chlorine and turns the chlorine into salt and hydrogen and water. So you basically have some hydrogen and some salt water. And you'll notice the liquid starts to get like very milky white. And you want to continue to agitate. Just to make sure that it reacts with everything. And then we're going to take our test strip. These are just standard pool or hot tub test strips. And there's actually several strips on here for different things, but it's the very tip that on these ones that test for chlorine. It turns purple if it's exposed. And gotta open the outer bag first. Kind of stick it in, see if it changes colors. Open this one, stick it in, see if it changes any color. Looks pretty good, even in the liquid. So looks like it's fairly neutralized. You can pull this out, and this is safe to dump. It's just salt, water, hydrogen. I'll pull the bottles out. And then I'm going to put the outfit in a bucket. And that will help to wash off any of the remaining salt. And I'm going to fill this with water, and I'll let that sit in water for about half an hour, and then I'll pull it out, turn it inside out, put it back in, and then I'll hang it, let it air dry, and that's it. Enjoy.